3 signs of self-sabotage. And the third one is one that you are dealing with every day and you don't even know. But before we do that, show reel. So there are usually 3 signs of self-sabotage that everybody is doing over and over again, all the time, and we don't realize we are actually self-sabotaging ourselves. And the third one, we do it every time, absolutely every time. Why is it important that we don't do these things? Because we cannot grow, okay? Because we're just gonna sit in like a box all the time, and we're not going to be able to live the life we deserve and desire, okay? So I don't know if it ever happened to you guys, where you just, waited for something to happen. Something that had to do with your life, all right? Just keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and the things did not happen because it's your life and you should be the one in control of it, okay? So this is why it's so important to understand the first step, okay? And the first step has to do with how much can you take. Now, who here that's watching this video thinks that, at the first sign, when I don't like something, I just get out and I leave and I'm not putting up with stuff. And who here is like, oh no, I'm gonna sit there and wait a little bit longer to see what's happening. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe they didn't mean what they said. Maybe, I can take some more stuff. So who is one way, number one, and who is number two? So what you want to do is balance, right? It's not like you want to make rush decisions in your life, because nobody wants to make rush decisions in their life, but you don't want to just sit there and don't make any decisions in your life, because that's not going to help you changing your life. So this is why it's so important to understand the first self-sabotaging sign, and that is endurance. Okay. Now, why is endurance the first sabotaging sign? Because we actually can endure a tremendous amount of pain, us as human beings. So let me give you an example, right? Somebody that is in a bad marriage for 20 years, right? They're in a bad marriage for 20 years for the last 18 years, right? I mean, by year 2 or 3, they already figured out that this is a bad marriage. Nevertheless, they longed it out for another 17 years because they said, oh, I can take some more. This is endurance. This is endurance to pain. And we're very good at that. We're very good on playing endurance to pain. Okay, so this is number one self-sabotaging thing that you have to watch it in your life. Are you in that situation where pain is an endurance? Okay, I can take some more. So ask yourself, how much pain can you take, right? If you have back problems, how much pain can you take until you fix your back problems? And I'm not talking about fixing it by taking meds, but by real going to fix it so you won't have them again. Okay? If you have been hurt in relationships, how much can you take? If you have been in a job that you didn't like the job, how much did you take before you decided to let it go? Okay? So endurance is number one self-sabotaging thing. Number one. Okay, it's very important to understand that. Now that you understand this one, the endurance part, now the second self-sabotaging sign is that you want to be perfect for a reason or another. Now, how many of you don't want to do everything in a perfect way? And when this doesn't happen, you either lose confidence or you just quit on everything and you just let it all go because you are feeling overwhelmed, right? So this is why it's so important to understand this second self-sabotage, okay? Which is perfectionism. Now, you can live your life to try to be perfect in every situation, every relationship, in your job, in your money, finances, and everything, okay, and just consume yourself with it. Or you can just do your best, okay, and let go of whatever you were not able to do. Outsources. Hire somebody to do it for you, okay? If you couldn't do everything. You can hire somebody to do a relationship, but you can hire somebody to show you relationship skills, communication skills in relationships. You can do that, right? So imagine that you live your life just like doing your best, but not being stranded, not being strangled by doing your best. Okay, so this is the second self-sabotaging sign, which is perfectionism. We have learned that if we are perfect, people would like us more. That in our job, are we going to get hired? Okay, that the boss is going to like us more. Okay, the boss also likes creativity. Okay, a relationships also likes fun, not just to be perfect all the time, and discipline, right? A lot of times the consistency of a perfectionist level is actually taking away from the joy of life. It's like stealing that joy of life. It's like you just have to obey by rules, right? And guess what? As much as you want to obey by your own rules, everybody else has different rules. So you really have to accept this, right? And Van is like, no, but these rules are supposed to be like that. Says who? Everybody is changing their rules depending on their life. So this is the self-sabotaging number 2 sign. Now that you understand this one, okay, the third one, we do it all the time. Okay, and this is the most amazing one because we always do it all the time. So let me ask you a question, guys. How many times didn't you say tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to do it. I'm guilty of that. I have so many things to do tomorrow, but it's not possible to do it tomorrow. It's actually going to end up to be by next week, right? So, you see, we love to delay things. We always love to delay things. This is why it's so important we understand this one, because it's a self-sabotaging thing that we do over and over and over again, right? So which one would you prefer? To have everything ready by tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about it. Maybe just want to call it lazy day tomorrow. Or to rush in the last minute and do everything tomorrow because you're pressed by time, right? So imagine that you can master this. And it's not going to be a self-sabotaging. It's actually going to turn into self-improvement. It will turn into self-development, right? And that is procrastination, of course. You guys figure this out, okay? So understand that every time when you delay things that you know how you need to do, you know exactly what you need to do, okay? And you keep delaying it and delaying it and delaying it. There are 2 reasons why you're procrastinating, okay? One reason is because we are not specifically driven by what we have to do, all right? There is something that we still have little doubts, we have a little bit questions about, we don't have it all figured out. And 2 is when we are overwhelmed by too much. And this is usually connected to sign number 2, which is perfectionism. Okay. If you guys ever recognize these kind of signs in your life, please comment below and let me know. Okay. If you got any kind of value out of this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell below, because I am committed to make daily videos to explain to people that pain, suffering, self-sabotaging, depression is not necessary in your life, and you guys can fix it. Love you.